Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Tawa. Thank you for clicking through. Today I'm going to be showing you how I apply my retinoid, and I'll be giving you 5 helpful tips to really help you get the best out of this essential skincare ingredient called retinoid. And you know, with the internet, everybody now knows the importance of having vitamin A in your skincare routine. We all know it's the gold standard anti-aging ingredient, and it was created to really help treat acne. So if you're interested in, looking younger, youthful, let's get started. So retinol is best used at nighttime, and that's why I decided to film this video at night so I can show you guys exactly how I apply my retinoid. And I'll be doing more like a beginner step as well as my current step. So yeah, first tip is to make sure you're starting with the lowest strength. Whether you're using a retinol or a prescription strength, you want to start slow. I've been using this for about 8 to 9 months and I'm still on the lowest strength. I actually used an over-the-counter retinol for about 6 months before I graduated into a prescription strength of retinoid, and I'm still using the lowest strength of the prescription strength retinoid. So that's the best way to start. So if there's anything that can make you look 10 years younger, of course, apart from living a healthy lifestyle, having a healthy diet, it will be having a retinol, a retinoid, a vitamin A in your skincare routine. So there's evidence that topical application of vitamin A on your skin can make you look 10 years younger, which means if you start using it at age 30, by the time you're 50, you're going to be looking 40. And if you start using it at age 40, by the time you're 60, you're going to be looking like you're 50. And there's evidence backing this up. Next is to make sure you create a buffer. And by creating a buffer, I mean using a moisturizer on your skin before putting the retinoid on your skin. And how you do it is, right now my face is freshly cleansed. You want to use a moisturizer all over your face. Let that soak in for about 5 minutes before coming on with the retinoid. In my situation, I'm not new to retinoid, so I don't need to use the buffer all over my face. However, I still need to protect my lip area and my eye area, and that's why I use a rich moisturizer like the CeraVe around my eyes, and I use shea butter around my lips to really protect those areas, because of course my skin, those areas can benefit from retinoid, but you don't want it to have direct contact. It will eventually get to those areas when you finish up your skincare routine or after the retinoid penetrates into the dermis layer of your skin. So I already prepped my skin. I have the cream around my eyes. I have the shea butter on my lips. The next step is to use your product, and most retinol or retinoid will come in the pump form or in a tube form where you can press it out. What you want to do is make sure you're using a pea size. When you're new to it, you want to use a pea size of this product, and as you graduate into a master level retinol or retinoid user, then you can use a fingertip size. So a pea size is, I'm going to show you what a pea size looks like. So a pea size is something like this, and as you graduate, maybe after 6 to 9 months or a year into using retinoid, then you can use a fingertip size. So a fingertip size is going to be all the way to this line. That's a fingertip size. So tip number 3 is to use a fingertip size. So another tip I want to give you is to start slow, and what that means is, in your first week of using retinoid, you use it just 1 night in a week, and in your second week you can increase it to 2 nights in a week. In your third week you can increase it to every other night, depending on how your skin tolerates it. For me, my first month I used it just once a week, and then in my second month I increased it to twice a week. In my third month, I increased it to 3 times a week, and in my 4th month, I started using it every other night. So if you're getting value from this video, please give this video a like or leave me an emoji to show how you feel about this video. in the comment section. Also, let me know if you use a retinol or a prescription retinoid, or if you plan to start a retinol, or if you plan to add a retinol to your skincare routine. So the next tip is to apply the retinoid using the 13-dot step. And I got this tip from Dr. Sam Bunting. She's a dermatologist in the UK, and she's highly knowledgeable with the skincare, with the cosmetic aspect of skincare. So we know that dermatologists are doctors for skin diseases. So not all dermatologists are actually on that cosmetic level of skincare recommendation. So back to the main topic. So you want to use the 13-dot step to apply the retinoid, and the essence of using 13-dot step is to ensure that the retinoid is reaching the necessary areas without exceeding the areas you really want it to reach. I'm gonna go this way. You have it on both fingers, and you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're gonna do 10, 11, you're gonna do 12, 13. So this is the 13-dot step, and the essence of using this step is to really make sure that you're covering all the necessary areas without going overboard. So you don't want to exceed the areas that I've applied the dots of product. And then the next tip is to make sure you're firmly massaging the product into your skin. So because retinoid works on the dermis layer of your skin, you want to firmly massage it, because you don't need it on the surface of your skin. You need it to really absorb completely and get all the way to the bottom where you really need it to work. So you firmly massage it without roughing, without rough handling your skin, because application is key, and you don't want to be putting anything on your skin in a highly rough manner. So when I say firmly massage, I really don't mean do it roughly, because the skin is quite delicate. You want to make sure you're applying everything with care. This is a very firm application. I make sure I reach my forehead, my cheek area, my other cheek area, and my jawline. Now my nose. Now there's certain areas I really want this product to get to, but I don't want to have too much in it, and that is this area. So you want to put the leftover around here, because that area is also very sensitive. So you want it to get that benefit, but you don't want to put too much. So you're just going to be putting the leftover from your fingertips And you want to make sure you're not leaving any product in the crease area of your face, because any product left on the surface of your skin can cause a reaction or an irritation. Remember, retinoid works on the dermis layer of your skin. So after the top layer of your skin, you have the epidermis and then the dermis. So the dermis is like the third layer of your skin, and that's where your retinoid works. So yeah, this is how I apply my retinoid. I really enjoyed filming this video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.